old clicker and went from Hulu to Disney Plus, which is
Oh, yeah?
probably the least used of the streaming services in this house, because I don't give a shit about a lot of the stuff they put out. But and especially like the comic book movies, I really don't give a shit about those, Tom. But I decided to watch this comic book movie. Oh, based on the comic book Werewolf by Night, which is not a very good comic series in Marvel's monster line. It was not good. I've got the collection of fucking hardback of all of them. Why do I still have it? Because I'm a dumbass.
I mean, someone might buy it now. You better jump on it this week.
I got to look through those issues, and yeah, now I can get rid of some of these Man-Thing comics. That R.L. Stine thing that's been sitting in my box for $1. Now raise it up to $2 now. Yeah. So it's Werewolf by Night, Tom. Werewolf by Night. And I know you were excited for this one.
Joe, I love the MCU. But not only do I love the MCU, I fucking love MCU Ted, Joe. Fucking love him.
We'll get to Ted in just a second. So this...
We'll get to Ted over and over again, Joe.
This one
we're going to do, Joe, is just get to Ted over and over again. He makes a good cup of coffee.
Big fucking hardback of Ted comics.
So do I, and I was thinking of pulling out all my floppies and all the trades and shit I got, but I'm just like, nah, the visual jokes I already pulled should be good enough.
Okay, so this one's in black and white. You know,
yes, this is a throwback to the Universal monster movies, Joe.
And people are saying that, oh, it's got a Universal Monsters feel. It does not.
Not at all.
Have you fuckers watched the Universal Monsters? Are you just saying that to fucking try to seem clever and like you're a horror aficionado? He's got the fucking Boris Karloff mummy eye makeup. And that's it. Not when he's the mummy, when he's, I don't know.
He was in black and white. The title card was reminiscent. And if they would have took out 3 or 4 of those fight scenes and just replaced it with a couple idiots in a room talking, maybe it would have felt more like a...
But it wasn't that.
No.
So this is a gathering of...
it's a remake of the most dangerous game.
Monster Hunters. And the Monster Hunters are competing for the Bloodstone. What's the Bloodstone? They don't really explain it. What's it do? They don't really say.
It makes monsters mad when you pin it to their buttocks.
So this is what they're doing. They're pinning the Bloodstone onto a monster's ass. The monster gets the Bloodstone. And if they happen to kill each other during the process, that's fine. So the game is on. The game is afoot. Ha, ha, ha. And it turns out our monster is none other than Ted.
Dude, I was just like, all right, man, let's do this. I'm fucking ready. Oh, shit, I didn't write that. Ah, shit, I can write it while I'm talking. But I'm just like, all right, I'm a fan. Let's fucking do this. I'm ready to watch this Werewolf by Night with old Jack Russell. As soon as that hand came out of there and grabbed him and he just looked up lovingly, I knew it was done. And that was a fucking wrap, dude. You know, I'm not a big fucking Werewolf by Night fan. I don't really give a shit about that character. But, you know, I'm a Man-Thing fan. And the look is very good. Except on the snout or trunk right here, whatever you want to call this. In the MCU Ted, he has like a couple rings that go diagonally and just fuck up the whole look of this. It just like breaks the whole thing up because there's a couple like diagonal rings that go that way, and it's just very ugly. Not a good design. Takes away from what could look really fucking cool, but since it's just in the middle of the face and shit, it fucks it all up. Let alone them making him the most expressful, emotion filled monster. Like, if they wanted to do the humor and shit, okay, you make it Man Thing. The character is, his mind is like wiped, doesn't know shit, doesn't have any emotion. He's really not even the fucking main focus in his own comic. It's just how does he deal with the shit going on around him, not knowing anything or reacting to anything. So if you wanted him to be old funny Groot, you just have old Jack Russell say stuff to him and then have old Ted just looking at him with this stupid fucking face that doesn't change or anything. And Jack Russell just like, yeah, you know, you're right, and shit like that. Like, have Jack Russell the one doing the emotion while old Ted's just fucking looking at him with the same face that doesn't change or anything. He moved way the fuck too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, just have the guy lumbering over, like trying to shoot at him or hit him with the axe, him just moving very slow, and then just sticking that hand out like, oh my God, what's he gonna do? And then you see him burst into fucking flames or whatever, even though I go with the theory that old Ted secretes acid. He doesn't actually make motherfuckers burst into flames. But that's just the thing I go with. This was a total 180 from what this character actually is in the comics. I understand why they did it, because you just, unless you do what I said before, you just can't have a blank canvas of a character. And they wanted to Groot him up. They wanted to make old Ted something that the masses would just fucking eat up, and looks like they did that, Joe.
Does.
It looks like they did that, but it is
and
it
that's
is
their
not.
formula. You know, I realized on this one, oh, so this is why I fucking hate the MCU so much, because they're making everything to be like a lighthearted comedy, no matter what they're doing. They could have done something really serious here, and well, maybe I would have liked it, but
I mean,
you
Man
know,
Thing's most
yeah,
popular storyline is him trying to figure out how a clown killed himself. Like, what the
yeah,
fuck is suicide and all this
yeah.
shit? And he's fucking happy-go-lucky barista Ted.
So they you know, they accomplished what they set out to do. They got a lot of people that fucking like this, that think it's great, you know, and these are people that I don't believe are comic readers, you know,
I
because they
mean, I don't think anybody who actually fucking likes comics are like, yeah, the fucking, I don't know, dude. I
yeah,
know
because I got out of it that Jack Russell and Man Thing were lovers. I mean
I
that's the
it
way it
came
played.
off it came off very fucking Han Solo and Chewbacca without the
Mm-hmm.
spaceship to me.
Yeah, and he can brew up coffee, you know, as you were stating there.
I went out and I bought the mug, Joe.
It's got that same style of Marvel fighting where, you know, people are tossed around the room and shit. Uh, it's got the
You're getting
blade
tossed, mate.
blade 3 fire effects, where when the swamp or Man Thing, when people know fear, and these are monster hunters. That's what they fucking do.
And a lot of them weren't really fucking scared. They were more surprised because this big monster just ran at them quick. It wasn't like fucking terror or fear. It was just like, you know, a jump scare thing because something just ran up. It was more like, oh, shocked. But I mean, that fucking, it ain't, I'm sorry. It looks kind of cool, except for the fucking diagonal things on the snout that really, not to be nitpicky, but why the fuck would you put that there? It fucking fucks up the whole, but this is not Man-Thing and motherfuckers saying Ted and shit. God damn it, that's fucking so annoying. Like, it shouldn't be that fucking annoying, but it is so fucking annoying. Not to seem like the dorkest of all dorks who ever dork, but motherfuck.
I look of it. I didn't like, I didn't like the CGI thing with it. Just like I don't like, if you're gonna make a fucking cartoon, just make it a cartoon. I'd be fine with that if you're gonna do the whole thing CGI, because there's enough of it going in. And yeah, I didn't like the way he moved. But yeah, he looked like Mr. Snuffleupagus or whatever to me more than Man-Thing. I didn't dig it. And this thing's only an hour long, and I kept stopping and checking how much longer does this motherfucker go. Fucking bad. It was bad. I don't know if I was pumped for it or not. I don't think I was, but I thought this might be good, and I was fucking wrong.
Yeah. Again, I watched this with Lori. She really liked it, but again, she knows nothing of the characters. So, I mean, Marvel did what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
they got the fucking masses to love characters they really have no idea about.
Right.
Just fuck, dude. I was just motherfuck. God damn it. The whole time, anytime Man-Thing was on MCU Ted was on screen, I was just like, fuck, because it was all wrong. Not trying to be a fucking dill again, but it was all wrong. This motherfucker shouldn't be given like puppy dog eyes and expressing his fucking brow and shit and showing all that fucking emotion. You fucking missed the point. I know later on fucking S.H.I.E.L.D. gave him the fucking voice gimmick where he can fucking understand and speak English and shit. But this is like modern, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they'll change him again, Tom, because that's what Marvel Comics does.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting any good Man-Thing comics ever again. I'm not saying we got any in the probably the Lost Steve Gruber sequel to, I forgot what it was, but I got the big issue, not the giant size Man-Thing, but maybe 10 years ago they came out with a thick issue of like a Lost Steve Gruber sequel. And that was probably the last fucking good one that came out. But that motherfucker was the first one to write the shit.
You're right. And that was in Marvel Comics Presents. There was a serialized thing that was all right. I don't know if that's ever been collected or not.
I mean, he's just a background guy.
You'll see Jack Russell and Ted comics out there for sure. I mean, that shit's coming. Yeah. That's just inevitability.
And I'm sure Man-Thing's going to be in the fucking Avengers movie with Kang and shit and talk about the nexus of all reality, and then Howard Duck will romp around. And yeah, fuck, dude. Just the whole time I was like, fuck. And Lori's like, what? It's not bad. It's good. And I was just like, fuck. Yeah, after that, I would not recommend. Not to steamroll. Well, I mean, if you don't know dick about shit,
if you like the Marvel comic shit, then yes, this is.
And you don't know anything.
Yeah,
I think that should. If you like the MCU and you don't know anything, then give it a shot. But yeah. After watching this one, it's just like, you know what? I'm going to go back and watch the Man-Thing movie. I think it came out in 2004, and I've talked about this one. I like it. It's not Man-Thing. It's more Man-Thing than old MCU Ted is. But with a couple tweaks, this one, the 2000s Lionsgate one, could have been a good Man-Thing movie. So in this one, the white man comes onto Indian land, and they set up their oil derricks or oil pumps or whatever the fuck, and they're pumping all the oil out of the swamp. And it's set up that old Indian fucking medicine man Ted Sallis sold his land to these people to drill, and then he skipped town. But he was really murdered by the white man and threw in the swamp. So he was combined with the Native American swamp protector to become the man thing. So now it's like this fucking Jason Voorhees like monster that lives in the swamp and kills teenagers and shit. You know, tweak it a little bit to where there is that Native American monster thing or whatever, but there's also man thing just lurking in the background, observing everything, and then he takes that monster down at the end, you know. At the end of the man thing counts, you'll have that one monster fight.
Yeah.
So you just make little tweaks, and it could have been a good man thing movie instead of just a good monster movie and a man thing movie. But I would definitely recommend watching it. For my money, it's the best sci-fi channel, best quote unquote sci-fi channel movie because it's a Lionsgate one that they just premiered there. But I mean, there's nudity, there's gore, there's fucking a lot of fucking creature effects, a lot of makeup effects and shit. Some of the CGI is, but I mean, I watched the motherfucker on DVD and it doesn't look bad. The only thing that I can complain about, only two things I can complain about is the Louisiana accents these motherfuckers are putting on will take you out of the fucking movie because they're so bad. You'll just be giggling at the shit. And they named the most racist character in the movie Steve Gerber. So I don't know what kind of homage they were paying, but came off kind of fucked. The guy, like, he's the security guard for the oil place. Hey, can't trust them Indians around here. And the coloreds either. He keeps going on with shit like that. He's like, what the fuck kind of respect are you paying to this guy? They should have called the character H.P. Lovecraft. And that could have fucking worked just as well since he's a Cthulhu face looking fuck.
It's been a while since I've watched that one, and I don't remember liking it all that much.
But I mean, if it's been a while and you were going into it looking for a man thing movie,
yeah,
I can understand that. But
if I remove myself from the whole man thing mythology that I know, it's like, where's the wizard? You know, where's the chick in the chainmail? You know.
I mean, you can do that with this one. You can't really do that with old MCU Ted, though.
Yeah.
But if you like monster movies and shit, I would definitely say watch that Man Thing movie. But if you like Man Thing, maybe hit or miss. But if you like MCU Ted, nah, it's not for you. Not for you at all. But I can't wait to buy a stuffed MCU Ted in a Starbucks uniform with a little coffee mug in his fucking hand. They're fucking making this mindless fucking know-nothing creature a goddamn barista, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fucking sitting there with cards. Like, one, he even knows what the fuck they are. Two, like, he even knows how to count. And three, like, he could even comprehend how to fucking play a card game. Or what a fucking game even is. So, it's bollocks, mate. They're a bunch of bellends. Fuck. What a piece of... I wish it was a movie so I could put it on the worst of the year.
On that note, it's going on my fucking worst of the year, regardless. They floated it as a mini movie or a fucking special movie event or some shit. So yeah, it's going on that fucking list. But
I might give it an honorable mention.